Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the very first broadcast of Broken Heroes Racing League. Tonight, we are at Indianapolis, the big oval, the big track at Indianapolis. Tonight, welcome everyone. I'm Shady Acres. It's a pleasure to be with you, and looking forward to an awesome race. As we are joining in here. As we are at the Brickyard tonight. Good evening, everyone. I am Shady Acres. Glad to be with you tonight at the Broken Heroes Racing League at Indianapolis. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a drink, enjoy the show, enjoy the race. These guys are going to put on one heck of a show for you tonight. As the drivers look like they're getting ready to come to the green flag here. Getting ready to go green. And they are out to the start. And the 3 car jumps out quick to an early lead. The 3 car, that's Christian Rubales. Christian out to the front, out to the lead in the number 3 car. He gets out to a quick jump, and we already have a caution. The caution, big wreck in the back. The 24 car goes around Kojak. Not sure what happened there. Right off of the green flag start, the 24 car, as you can see, got some heavy damage to the front end. Kojak in the 24, not sure what happened. Going into turn 1 and turn 2, looks like here at Indianapolis, one of the culprits here is getting into turn 1 and turn 3 and having to get on the brake and possibly look like these guys stacked up and had a little domino effect and brought out the first caution. So back to the green flag. We're going to stack them and rack them. The 3 car Christian and the 3 car are going to take us to the green. And he gets, let's see if he gets a good jump this time. He's got another Chris on the inside of him, and that's Chris in a 12 car. And Chris in the 12 car, the number 12 Ford, he jumps out to the lead real quick. He jumps out to the lead. The 9 car, Mason, he's on the inside. He looks to the lead. They look to go 3 wide. The 3 car gets out of shape. Off the wall, bounced off the wall, keeps it straight. The 5 car, Justin, he gets into the grass a little agricultural race, and he gets back on the track, settles in a little bit. That 12 car and Chris, he settles in a second. That 9 car, Mason, jumps out, back out to the lead. There's the interval you see there, the 9 car. And that's Mason. And Mason's going to take him into turn 1. Let's try to introduce these drivers for you tonight. As we have the 9 car. And that is Mason Tomlinson. Mason in the 9 car tonight. Next up in the 4 car, we have Marcus. Marcus Snow in that number 4 Ford tonight. And he's followed by that 24 car who was involved in that first caution on the first lap. And the 24 car, that's Melvin Morris in the 24 Chevrolet. And he's followed by the 88 car. The 88, Scotty Racers. Scotty in the 88 Chevy tonight. Moving on, we have the 42 car, Ryan Gibson in the 42. Ryan driving that number 42 McDonald's Chevrolet tonight. Look for him to have a good run in that 42. Moving on, we have the number 2 car, and that's Marshall. Marshall in that black and gold number 2. Sharp looking car, one of my favorite paint schemes. Marshall in that number 2. Next up, as we introduce the number 3 car, Christian in that number 3 tonight. The Dow number 3 Chevrolet. And followed by, like we said, we have the 12 car, Chris. And Chris dropped back into the 4th position now in that Pennzoil Ford. And then next up in the 22 car, we have Damon Simcox in the 22. David in that Pennzoil Ford. And he's got some company from that 42 car. The 42, Ryan Gibson underneath the 22 into turn 1. Let's see if he can make it stick. Side by side, going into that little short chute. Backs off, going into turn 2, settles back in. Moving on to introduce these drivers is the number 5 car, Justin Miller. Justin in the 5 car tonight in that Chevrolet, that black and gold Chevrolet. Currently, he's moved up to 2nd position. He's trying to hunt down that number 9 car so far in 2nd. He's got a rearview mirror full of that 3 car at the moment. But look for Justin in that 5 car, looking strong early on. And then next up, a big shout out to our number 18 car. Number 18 is our man Toby Kelsey. Toby, definitely wanted to send a big shout out to him and his family and friends. Toby had received a devastating loss this past week. Lost a very, very good friend of his. So we wanted to send our good thoughts and prayers to Toby and his friends and family going through a tough time. But these guys, being the family that they are, wanted to send the shout out to Toby in that 18 car tonight. But it's awesome to see him out on this racetrack tonight. Wasn't able to get a lot of practice this week, dealing with that this week. So let's see, we're going to be pulling for him tonight for a good race. And then back up with the 9 car, and we're back to the leader with Mason in that 9 car. Mason stringing it out a little bit, getting a little bit of a comfortable lead now over that 5 car. And Mason is kind of increased a little bit, kind of checked out a little bit from Mason now, or I'm sorry, yeah, from Justin. You might have to bear with me, folks. I'm starting to learn these names. This is the first ever broadcast of this Broken Heroes Racing League. Tonight we are at Indianapolis. We look forward to bringing you the rest of the season for these guys here on the FDR Racing Broadcast YouTube channel. But look for these guys in all across YouTube land and and Facebook as well, as we got a lead change for second place in the 3 car. And we got a car going around. That's Scotty in the 88. Scotty's going around off of turn 4 on the front stretch. Caution did not come out. This is going to be devastating for the 88, as he's received a lot of damage to the front end. Not exactly sure what happened, but I do know, on turn 4 along with turn 2, it gets very, very loose, and off these corners, and especially turn 4, get into that throttle a little bit too early, a little bit too hard, and as you can see, he still broke loose. It broke loose again off of turn 2. Scotty has his hands full with that race car right now, and that is devastating for him, as he's almost certainly about to go a lap down. As he's taken to the inside now, he's looking to get down pit road and make some major adjustments to that 88, as he's really broken loose and having a fit with that 88 car. As looks like now that's gonna bring us out into caution, as these guys are under caution now with 14 laps to go. We have 14 laps to go in stage 1. That brought out the manual caution, so these guys have thrown a caution from the 88 going around, and Scotty in the 88 bringing it down pit road now to make some adjustments to that 88 Chevrolet, as he's had his hands full. And look for these other guys to come down pit road. As you see, the 2 car. Marshall has a little bit of front end damage to his number 2 Ford. Look for these guys all to probably come down pit road here, make some adjustments, as these cars definitely here at Indianapolis, they definitely do get pretty loose coming off of turn 2 and turn 4. Especially if you get off onto that throttle a little bit too soon, a little bit too hard, that back end will kick out from you if you're not careful. And I think we've seen a little bit of that already. So here we got the 9 car, the 9, Mason, going to bring the entire field down pit road. So the entire field, here comes everybody coming down pit road to make their first initial stop. We've got about 13 laps to go in stage 1. So we have had some exciting racing already. This is already our second caution, as we will follow these guys down pit road and see who gets in and out of pit road. The 24 car Melvin, he's on in to get that car worked on from his earlier spin around on turn 1 right at the beginning of the race on taking the green flag. And here comes everybody out of the pits now. That 9 car remains the leader. The 9 car Mason, he's going to stay out front, followed by the 3 car, and that's Christian. Christian in the 3 car. He's coming out in second place. They followed by the 5 car of Justin Miller. Justin in the 5 car, he's going to come out third, followed by Marcus here in the 4 car. Marcus in the 4 car is going to start bringing out in 4th, and that 42 of Ryan Gibson already moved up to 5th. So Ryan in that 42 car has definitely moved up quite a few spots up to 5th, as 6th place is now Chris in that number 12 car, and that is Chris Menikanski in that 12 car, and he's dropped back a little bit, so we'll see if he's made some adjustments, as he started up there in the top 3, top 4, and he's dropped now down to 6. So it looks like these guys are going to stack them and rack them. The 9 car, Mason Tomlinson, your current leader. He's going to bring us to the green flag. The 4 car, Marcus Snow, actually on the outside front row in the 4 car. Let's see if these guys are going to take green this time by. And yet they're going to go green here. And they're going to take him off and gets a jump. Or nope, we're going to go around one more time. Yep, they're going to go around one more time. So we've got one more lap under caution. When we go green, we'll have 11 laps left to go. It's definitely a pleasure to bring you this Broken Heroes Racing League every Thursday night. You can follow them here at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This is the first race of the rest of the season. And what a place to start it out. Indianapolis, the Brickyard. Who is going to take home that Brickyard trophy tonight? So here they go now. Getting ready. Coming off, going into turn 3, turn 4. We bringing them down the front stretch here now. These guys are ready to go now. They made a nice green. They made this pit stop under caution. Get some adjustments made. And that 9 car, Mason, going to bring us to the green. And the green flag is out. And Mason gets a good jump in that 9 car. He shot out of there like a little bit of a rocket. That 9 car gets a heck of a jump on the restart. Mason gets out to a good little lead. That 3 car all over him, and Christian in the 3 car goes underneath of him in turn 2. He's going to take the lead over from the 9 car. The 5 car going to follow suit. Justin in the 5 car, he's looking to get under the 9 car and take over second position. There's the 42. Watch that 42 car. Ryan in that 42. He's looking to make a move, trying to get into that top 5. Ryan in the 42. Gibson under the 4 car. Marcus now side by side, coming off of turn 4. They make a little bit of contact. No harm, no foul. Ryan in the 42, Marcus in the 4. Marcus gets that little bit of a push from the 12 car in the draft. Chris in the 12. Chris Menikanski. Chris Menikanski. I'll learn these names, I promise you that. I will get these names down. That's Chris. Now goes under and helps out the 42 in the draft. Side by side down the backstretch as we now got a lead back, another change going for the lead as the 9 car back underneath of the 3 car. The 9 of Mason. Mason in the 9 car. Underneath of the 3, he's looking to get that lead back. He's got help from the 5, and Justin in the 5 car looking to give him help. These 3 guys going at it for the lead. To the 3 car, battling back on the outside in the 3. Christian in the 3 car to the high side. The 9 car, Mason, has position under, dives down, hugging that white line into turn 2. Got to be careful not to get loose coming off of turn 2. Takes the lead back, moves up in front, and has the lead back. Let's see if he can check out like he did before. But he's got that mirror full of the 3 car. That 3 car is practically in his back seat now. The 5 car, Justin, he's right there. Here comes the 4 car. He's got something to say. Marcus in the 4. He's got something to say, making that power move on the outside. Gets into the side of the 5 car. The 5 car. The 5 car gets pitted down the pit road from the 4 car, making contact with the 4. And that is a traumatic break. That is a heartbreaker there on the 5 car as the 4 car coming off of turn 4 got into the side. Marcus in the 4 got into the side of Justin in that 5 and sent him down pit road as the 3 car backed off there and let that 4 car go. The 3 car, Christian, I'm not sure if he's having a little bit of a problem or he just let that 4 car go, but that 4 car is making a march to the front. And look who's right there in 4th position, that 42. The 42, Ryan, continuing his charge back up towards the front in that 42. He's got a nice car right there. That car started towards the back, the last half of the back of the field in the start of this race, and he's already up to the 4th position. And he's continuing his move as we got some racing going on now here in the back with the 18 and the 22. The 18 in Toby, the 22 to David. David in this 22 car, he's looking to trying to get around this 18. The 18's got something to say about that. He's not going to let him have it, that's for sure. He's not going to give it away. As here goes the 22 now. David gets underneath into turn 1. Follows the 18 under the 2 car. Marshall stuck on the outside in that 2. Toby underneath in that 18. David follows right behind him for the pass. As we're winding down to about 5 laps to go. This is for 6th position as now we've got David and Toby side by side. The 18 and the 22. The 22 side by side with the 18 going into 4. And that 18 gets a good run off of 4, makes a little contact with the wall. The 22 looks like he's a little loose coming off of 4, which is a very common thing. You're going to see a lot of that with these cars. Getting loose off of turn 2 and turn 4. We got a nice 4 car battle here. That 2 car coming back up. The 2 car, Marshall Marshall in that 2 car all over the 22. These guys looking to get racy. As we come up to the front, this is the 5 car, as the 5 car trying to stay a lead, trying to stay on, not lose any more laps as he got bounced down pit road as we've had a lead change now. The 9 and the 4 car getting inside of each other. That 4 car almost did to the 9 car what happened to the 5 car and sent him down pit road. The 9 car back out in front. Mason regains the lead. And look who is in second now. That 42. The 42 car. And Ryan Gibson. Ryan in that 42 car now up to third. Continuing his march towards the front. As the 3 car, your current leader, Christian Rubiales. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I'll just stick with Christian right now in the 3. Christian in the 3 car, out in front. He's got his mirror full of the 9 car. As we've got under 5 laps to go in stage 1 now. As they take it into turn 1, turn 2, coming off of turn 2. And that 4 car looking to look and battling with the 42 for 3rd place now. That 4 car all over the track coming off of turn 2 and turn 4. He is wicked loose. And he's got his mirror full of that 42 car. That 42 is all over him. This is for 3rd spot, 3rd and 4th consecutively. The 4 cars in 3rd, 42 Ryan in 4th. As we look like we're going to have another battle for that lead. The 3 car, Christian in that 3, has got his hands full of that 9. That 9 and Mason looking to get that lead back if he can. As we now have 2 laps to go in stage 1, so they're coming to the end of the stage. Every point matters in this Broken Heroes League. As the 9 car takes the lead back from the 3. The 9 car. Mason back out in front. He looks strong in that 9 car. Off of turn 4. Gives the wall just a little kiss for good luck, maybe. Across the stripe. And that was the end of the stage. That is the end of stage 1 as the 9 car. Or nope, this is the last lap. I'm sorry. I thought I had it right. These guys tricked me on that. This is the last lap of stage 1. The 9 car. Mason. Trying to get this stage win over the 3 car. A Christian in that 3 would love to have that stage win and there's points to go with it. As the 9 car off of turn 4, coming down the straight, we're going to have a drag race to the start-finish line, and it is Mason going to take the stage win. Mason in the 9 car gets the stage 1 win. The 3 car, Christian in 2nd, Marcus in the 4 and 3rd, Ryan in the 42 and 4th. And followed by the 12 car of Chris comes home 5th. And then Toby in the 18-6. What a heck of a run for these guys. 22 comes home 7th, it looks like. Yep, the set to 22, and David Simcox comes home 7th. And we're going to start now stage 2, the 9 car. Going to bring us to the green flag for stage 2. That 4 car, and Marcus will start on the outside and take the green flag for stage 2. Into turn 1, that 9 car gets another good jump off of the start. That 9 car he certainly has the gears coming off the green flag, because he just shoots out of there like a rocket. Gets a little too fast off of 2, makes a little bit of contact and loses that momentum, so the 3 car takes advantage of that. The 3 car, and Christian, he takes the 3 car and takes that back in the lead, followed by Marcus in the 4. A costly error there for Mason in the 9. Bouncing off of the wall, and there makes contact with the wall again, coming off of 4. Loses a little bit more momentum, so here comes the 12 car. 12, that's Chris Menikanski in the 12 car. He's looking to make the pass, and he's going to make it happen for 3rd. So Mason in that 9 car falling back now, as he's got his mirror and back seat full of the 22 car of David Simcox. In the 22, and 22 looking on the inside here on turn 3. Tries to get position under him, and we got some contact maybe with the 5. The 5 and the 24 looks like they got together a little bit. These guys are really putting on a show. The 4 car out in front now. The 4 car, Marcus, he takes the lead over from the 3 car. So Marcus now in the lead. Christian in 2nd and 3rd, or in the 3 car, in 2nd in the 3 car. I tell you what, these guys in this Broken Heroes Racing League are putting on one heck of a show tonight. These guys are laying it all on the track. Marcus, your current leader in the 4 car. Christian in the 3 car in 2nd. The 9 car battling back. Gets that 3rd spot back. As the 24 car and that 5 car still going beating doors. Those guys trading a little bit of pain here towards the back, it looks like. As the 42, Ryan now makes the pass on the 12 car. That 42 still making his charge towards the front as he takes over the 4th position over Chris Menikanski in that 12. As these guys, now they're starting to string out a little bit, kind of get some space in between them. But that 9 car, the 9 car loses momentum again and loses 2 more spots again to the 42 and also to the 12 for just a moment. The 9 car battles back and takes the 1 back, the 1 spot back. The 22 shoots down. David shot down to the bottom under the 12 to make the pass. The 22, he shot down to the bottom, almost like he had a problem, but he had full control over it and made the pass on the 12 car. So David in that 22 makes the pass for 5th. As you see the interval, and we got a battle for the lead. As the 4 car, looked like the 4 car got out of whack. The 4 car gave up the lead to the 3 car and Christian. Christian in the 3 car. There's the interval now between the 3 and the 4 from 1st to 2nd. The 4 car has his mirror full of the 42 right now. And the 9 car, he's battling to get back up to where he was at the front. That 9 car all over the 42. Mason in the 9 car all over Ryan in that 42. But that 42 looks like he really has a long run car. The longer the runs go, the better that 42 seems to get. I definitely have my eye on that 42. As we ride along with the 4 car, as you see the interval between he and Christian in a 3 for the lead. Trying to reel that leader back in. Christian in that 3 car, but he's got his door occupied by the 42. And there goes that 42 now for second. And Marcus kind of hung out to dry there a little bit. Let Ryan get by in the 42. Ryan now second place in that 42. But here comes the 4 car. Sucks back up in the draft a little bit. Looks to the outside. Loses a little bit of momentum. These guys getting real loose off of the corners. The 9 car, Mason, underneath of the 4 car. He's going to take 3rd back. But we got racing all over the track here. As the 12 and the 22 still doing battle. These guys going back and forth. David Simcox in the 22. Chris Menikanski in that 12. They keep going back and forth. And here comes the 12 again. This is for 5th spot here. The 12 and a 22 side by side for 5th. As you see right in front of these guys, the 9 car just makes a pass for 2nd place from the 42. The 12 car now back in front of the 22. Let's go back on up towards the front as a 9. And Mason takes over that 2nd spot. And he's going to try to pull in that number 3 car. As I'm not sure exactly what happened. Now here comes the 4 car. The 4 car on pit road now. So look to see green flag stops possibly. We've got 14 laps to go in stage 2. So the 4 car, I'm not sure if that's a green flag stop or that's an unscheduled stop. But the 4 car now down pit road. So back up with the leaders. The 3 car out in front. This is Christian Rubiales in the 3. Your current leader. Mason Tomlinson in that 9 car in 2nd. There you see the interval between Mason and Christian for 1st and 2nd. The 9 car Mason holding down 2nd all by himself. As you can see, there's the interval between he and the 3rd place car of that 42, which is Ryan Gibson. Ryan Gibson in that 42 now in 3rd, as he's got company from the 12 car of Chris Menikanski's. So Chris Menikanski in that 12 car, he looks like he's got a long run car of his own, as he's now going underneath of the 42, and he's going to make the pass with relative ease over that 42. The 12 car. There he is. There's Menikanski, Chris. In that 12 car, as he now takes 3rd spot. Ryan in the 42 falls back to 4th, as now these guys are definitely kind of strung out now a little bit. As we ride along now with David the 22. As these guys, as you can see, are kind of strung out a little bit. There's a 4 car. Marcus back on track for making his pit stop. And it seems to me that looked like it was an unscheduled pit stop, because these guys still should have about 10 laps of fuel left. So that 4 car definitely, I think, made that green flag stop. As now we ride now with a 2 car, Marshall. Marshall in that 2 car. Now up to 5th in that number 2. As he's had a good race of his own, and as you can see that he's definitely puts a lot of distance between he and the 6th place car. A Marshall in that 2, in that nice looking black and gold number 2 car. The Ford Mustang. As we come back up to our leader, Christian in that number 3 car, out to a pretty big lead. As these guys have about 9 laps of, should have about 8 or 9 laps left of fuel. But this time by, we have 10 laps to go. So, and the 9 car, here's the 9 car. Coming down pit road. Mason in the 9 car. He's coming down pit road. He looks like he's making his pit stop now. So these guys look like they're going to have, most of these guys are going to have to pit for some fuel to get to the end of the stage. As we're going to ride with our 3 for a moment. The 3, your current leader. And that's Christian. And looking back, as that 9 car was in 2nd, so that 3 really has a lead now. Kind of go through the field a little bit. 22 and David. That 5 car and Justin Miller, he's trying to get back up there. He got into some trouble with that 4 car and got into the door of the 4 car. The 4 car got into his door, one or the other. But either way, the 5 car got sent down pit road, and it was not a planned pit, which was absolute heartbreak. But as you can see, that 5 car, he's got it to the floor trying to catch up. As we now see the 18 car, 18 and Toby, down making his pit stop. He's down pit road to make his pit stop. The 9 car, Mason, he's back out on the track from making his pit stop. The 24 car, Melvin in that 24 car, got that damage all fixed up from that earlier crash on the first lap. As he gets up into the wall. That 24 car got up into the wall, trying to get out of the way of that 3 car to go a lap down. Got up into the wall a little bit. And Melvin definitely not having the race that he wanted to have. It got off totally on the wrong foot and getting sideways into turn 1 right after taking the green. We've got 7 laps to go now in this stage, or 6 laps to go rather. So it's going to be interesting to see how this comes down with fuel. The 3 car. He stays out. Here comes the 88 down pit road. The 88 now coming down pit road to make his stop. Also the 12 car. Here comes the 12 car, Chris Menikanski. He's coming down pit road to make his stop. And as you can see, those leaders going by him, the 42. As the 18, it looks like with the 18, and that is absolute heartbreak. I think the 18 has had to take it to the garage and had some either engine or mechanical failure to that 18 car, which is an absolute heartbreak. Our thoughts and well wishes really go out to Toby in that 18, as he's dealing with the loss of a very good friend. So we certainly, our hearts and our prayers go out to him and his family and all of his friends in that tough time. And he looks like he's had to take it behind the wall with, take it back into the garage. Now back on the track, we have just a few laps left. And here comes the 2 car. The 2 car, Marshall now coming down pit road in that 2 car. And here comes the 2 coming down pit road. The 3 car also just now coming off of the pits. Here comes the 3 car. The 3 car now just made his pits, as we just have now just a handful of laps left. So here comes that 3, and it's a long way around getting back on that track here at Indianapolis. You got to go take that service road all the way around to the backstretch to come back on the track. So here comes the 3 car, now back on track, as we are winding down stage 2. Only a few laps left in stage 2. As the 3 car was your leader going in, and I think he still is the leader. We will find out here very soon, as these guys are coming down to the end of stage 2. Broken Heroes Racing League has put on a show so far tonight. Get ready for stage 3, as they have gone balls out here at Indianapolis. This is our inaugural first broadcast of Broken Heroes Racing League. We'll bring you the rest of the season as we have some racing going on here towards the other half there. There's a 3, so it looks like we still have at least one more lap to go at the end of the stage. On the 4 car, in Marcus. He's got that 88 right with him. Right along with the 4 car. We only have just a few laps left in the stage. And the 4 car. The 4 car and the 3 car were really, and the 9 car. That 9 car, all were battling real hard for that lead. In the early going of stage 2, the 9 car Mason has been strong all day long. Certainly gets a huge jump. And that is going to take us to the end of stage 2. So we have reached the end of stage 2. And let's see if we can get our results for you in stage 2. Yep, the 9 car. Mason in the 9 car takes home stage 2. And the 4 car in second. And the 3 car in third. Chris Menikanski in fourth in that 12 car. And we're going to take off for the third stage, as Mason in that 9 car will take us to the green flag again for the stage 3. And here we go, and he's got the 42 of Ryan on the outside of him this time. Let's see if that 42 has something for that 9 car, as that 9 car has shot out of a rocket on the restarts all race long. But here's that 42 and Ryan hanging with him now. Coming down the backstretch, they are side by side. That 3 car looking to get into the 9 car. Mason side by side with the 42 of Ryan into turn 3. Down to the short chute, these guys door to door. The 3 car giving that 9 a push. The 42 stuck on the outside. The 3 car gives that 9 a little bit of a push. The 9 car now takes that lead, slides back up in front of the 42, and he's looking in his rearview mirror, and he's hoping these guys race for a little while as he starts to put a little bit of ground now, as the 3 and the 42 are side by side. The 3 car finally makes the pass. The 42 kind of stuck out there to the outside now. The 4 car, he's got to say something about all this, as to the 12 car, Chris Menikanski takes over the 3rd spot, and the 2 car, Marshall, he's taking over the 4th spot. The 42 got hung to the outside, and he's dropping back. As now we've got a battle for 4th, as the 2 car got up into the wall. The 2 car, Marshall, makes contact with the wall off a turn. 4 lost that momentum. Open the door for Marcus in the 4 and taking over that 4 spot. As we've got a battle now for the 5th spot between the 42 and the 2. These guys now side by side. The 42 and Ryan and the 2 of Marshall. The 2 takes over 5th. And the 42 now drops back to 6th in a single file. These guys want to get back to single file because that front pack, that front 4 cars started to check out a little bit. So these guys want to get back into single file so they don't let those guys go. We are in stage 3 now. So with stage 3, we've got now 25 laps to go. So with 25 to go, they'll only have to make 1 green flag pit stop, as these guys will get about 17 laps on this tank. 17 to 18 laps now of fuel. So they'll only need to make 1 green flag pit stop before they get to the end of this race with 25 laps to go. As we come back out to their leader, the 9 car, Mason, in that 9 car, back out front, and as you see, he's checking out a little bit now from that 2nd spot in that 3 car, and the 3 and the 4 Here's a battle for second between Christian in that 3 car and Marcus in that 4 car. And these guys, they want to serve themselves better by not racing each other and getting tucked in behind one another nose to tail so they can catch that leader back down. That leader in the 9 car, Mason, he is checked out a little bit. And he's put a little distance now in between he and the 3 car. So these guys, they don't want to get too racy, because if they do, you can kiss this race goodbye and hand it to the 9 car, as the 3 car got tight off or loose off of 3 into 4 into the wall, and now the 4 car is going to take the second spot. And Marcus takes advantage of that mistake by the 3 car and has taken over the second spot, as these guys are driving it in so hard that it looks like that they're breaking loose on the exit, as they're having a tough time getting into that wall off of turn 2 and turn 4. It gets real loose off of turn 2 and 4. As now you see the 3 car kind of pull up, back into up on the 4, and these guys, now it looks like they're starting to reel in that 9 car a little bit. As we ride along now with the 4 car. This is Marcus in the 4, riding along with him as he tries to run down that 9 car. And here's the 3, and with Christian in that 3 car behind him now. What they really want to do is stay nose to tail and use the 2 of them in the draft to get that 9 car pulled back in. The more that these guys race, and here comes the 3 car looking on the inside. The 3 car, he wants that position back. Here goes the 3 underneath of the 4, and he's going to make the pass. So the 3 car back out in front, in front of the 4 car for second. And the 3 car gets a little loose coming off of 4. And what that did was got a little bit and gave some more spot in the 22 off of the into the wall on the inside barrier. David in the 22, and this is heartbreaking for him, as not sure what happened, is he might have a flat tire, not sure, but coming off of turn 4, he shot down to the bottom as he has come to a stop on the inside barrier. The 22, David, now stopped to the inside barrier. Not sure what's going on here. But these guys are still racing. And here comes the 9 car. The 9 car going to put the 22 a lap down. As now here comes the 22, comes off into the... Not sure what happened, but that is a heartbreak for the 22. And David has had a really good car all race long in that 22, and all of a sudden he shot down to the inside off of turn 4 and got against that inside barrier where he came to a stop. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but he's just gone a lap down, and that just might have sealed his fate with this race. He is definitely going to be the one praying for a caution now, as the 9 car has really starting to check out now, as the 3 and the 4 in second and third. And here comes the 4 car looking to get back under the 3. Tucks back in line. The 4 car in the 3rd spot. He really wants to try to stay behind that 3 car to try to run down that 9 car. As you see, when they get nose to tail, they can really bring that 9 car back in, as that 9 car really lost a lot of momentum off of that turn. The 9 car, they've reeled that 9 car in real quick. I'm not sure if that 9 might have a problem, because they really reeled him in quick. As now we ride with the 3 car. As the 3 and the 4 still trying to chase down that 9. That 9 looked like he got real loose. Coming in turn 3, got off the throttle, lost a bit of momentum. And that was exactly what the 3 and the 4 needed. And we got a car going around, the 5 car going around. The 5 car, Justin again, goes around. And that is actual complete heartbreak for the 5 car as he went around coming off of turn 2. And as you can see, he's received a lot of damage to that 5 car, to the hood of that 5 car. And if there's another driver who hasn't had, if he hadn't had bad luck, he's had no luck at all with this race, as he got pitted earlier by the 4 car and now breaks loose and gets turned around and spins out in turn 2 here with about 16, 17 laps to go in this race. We are in stage 3, as that is going to bring out the caution. As you see the 22 there, the 22 looks like he's the lucky dog winner to get his lap back. And we've had another car, the 2 car looks like he's into the pits, and it looks like that he has had to take the 2 car to the garage. That 2 car, Marshall, had a real strong showing in that 2 car. So the caution is out. Here comes the 9 and Mason Tomlinson. He's going to bring the entire field down pit road. The 22 car, David Simcox, exactly what he needed, as he's getting that lap back in the 22. And if the caution didn't come out for him at the perfect time, he had just come off of turn 4, got into the inside barrier, and lost that lap. So one driver's no luck or bad luck is another driver's good luck, and he received the good luck horseshoe, getting that caution to come out. And here he comes down pit road, as he'll be back on the lead lap, as the entire field is back down pit road. And did receive confirmation that the 2 car has taken it behind the garage with an engine failure. And that's a heartbreak to see, because hit number 2 car, Marshall, in that 2 car had a good, strong car and made a strong showing in that number 2 Ford. And that's absolute heartbreaking to see that happen. So we're going to stack them and rack them. We're in stage 3. Mason, your leader. The 3 car, Christian in second. The 4 car, Marcus, looks like he's going to be in third. Or no, it looks like the 12 car. 12 car, Chris Menikanski is going to be in second. The 3 car will be in third. And the 24 car of Melvin is going to be in fourth. The 24 car, who's battled all race long, he's up there now in the 4th position. He's going to start in 4th. Marcus in the 4 car, he will start 5th. So we're going to keep an eye on that 24 car, as he got off to a real bad start in the first lap of the race. He got turned around in the first turn in the first lap, as the 9 car, Mason, takes him to the green, as we are going green with 15 laps to go. Mason in the 9 car jumps out to the lead. Definitely not surprising that he has had the strongest car by far off of the taking those green flags on the restarts, but he's got that 3 car all over him now. So that 3 car and the 9 car have checked out here a little bit. They really, both of them shot out of the cannon off of that restart. That 3 car looking all over the 9 car. The 12 car, Chris Menikanski in 3rd place in that number 12 Ford. And he's got his inside full of the 4 car. Here comes the 4 car in Marcus. Marcus takes over the 3rd spot now from Chris. And he's got help with the 5 car right behind him. So Marcus, he takes 3rd back over, as he's now going to try to run down those leaders and try to get help from that 5 car, Justin in that 5 car, who's had a horrific day. And he's going to give him a push and try to get back up with those leaders. As the 9 car, Mason, who's led the majority of this race, he's got his mirror full of that 3 car down the inside, trying to break that draft a little bit. That 3 car, Christian Rubiales in that 3, he's not going to let him get away. As we've got 13 laps to go now. So things starting to get a little tight. Starting to get close to this finish here. Coming down to the wire a little bit. And these guys now making some position. The 5 car, he's starting to move back and get up into the front. And the 22 in the 6th place. The 22 back up into 6th. There you see the interval. As these guys taking it to the wire. As Chris Menikanski there in the 12 car in 5th position. All over the 4 car. As we got to now battle for the lead. As the 3 car now takes the lead over from the 9, so we have a new leader. But there comes the 9 car. The 9 car trying to make the crossover, not able to make it work. The 3 car throwing the block on the 9. That 9 car doing everything he can to get around him. The 3 car, Christian out in the lead now, and now here comes the 5 car up on the 9 car. The 3 car, he's looking to try to check out here as they come down the backstretch. The 3 car has a little bit of breathing room now over that 9. And Mason in that 9 car, now in the 2nd spot with that 3 car out in front. As we now ride with the 9 car to see if he can run that 3 car down. With less than a dozen laps to go. As we cross the start-finish line, the 5 car, look at that 5 car who's, look at this 5 car who's had one heck of a race. That 5 car has gotten, he's pulling all over that 9 car in that 5. And that's Justin in that 5 car. Justin in the 5, all over that 9 of Mason for 2nd. There you see their leader in the 3 car right in front. So this 5 car, you know he wants to race that 9 car, but He doesn't want to let that 3 get away, as that 3 really going to try to protect that lead. As the 5 car makes a little contact with the wall, it's going to lose a little momentum there. Instead, so does a 9. The 9 makes contact with the wall, loses momentum, and here comes a 5 car taking over second now. The 5 car takes over second now. Behind the 3, the 5 car, Justin, who's been pitted, spun out, and now here he is, looking in second spot, behind the 3 car, and the 9 car now in third spot, but he's got his mirror full of that 4 car, who's in fourth spot, and that's Marcus in the 4 for fourth. Mason now in third. Everybody's chasing now that 3. And that's Christian Rubiales in that 3. As now we are really coming to the end. The 3 car. There's the interval between he and our second place car, the 5. As that 5 now has his rear view mirror full of that 9 car. As we're coming down to the wire now. The 3 car out front. The 5 car in second. And the 9 car in third. As they come now down past the stripe, is that 9 car now going to make a move on this 5 car for second. The 5 car brushes a wall just a little bit, opens the door a little bit. And do we have a caution? We have a caution. Caution is coming out. And the caution, not exactly sure what happened. But we have 6 laps to go. And the caution has come out. 88. 42's got some damage. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but now we've got 6 laps to go. And the caution has come out. This was not what the 3 wanted to see. The 3 looked like he was on cruise control to finish this race up and take that checkered flag, and he did not want to see this caution come out. So now, question is, do you bring it down pit road or not? As we see the 88 going around as the 88 now, Scotty your lucky dog receiver. So he gets the lucky dog. The 42, Ryan Gibson, coming down pit road. So looks like everybody, the 3 car, the 9 car, everybody did come down pit road. So here they come off of pit road, the 3 car out first, followed by the 5, then the 9, then the 4, and the 12. So we are setting up for a dynamite finish with these guys. The 88 now coming to make his pit stop. As a 3 car gonna lead us to the green. We should have about 4 laps to go when they take the green flag. These guys put on one heck of a show. The 22, David, he's going to start, looks like he's going to start 4th. Oh boy, what a race. And the 9 car going to start 5th. So the 9 car of Mason is really dominated. Is going to start 5th. Well, let's see. We're going to see what happens here. We're going to have the 3 car take us to the green flag. Comes the 3 car with the 4 car. The 3 of Christian Rubiales in that 3 car. And then bring us to the green, and he gets a great jump. And the 3 car going to lead us into turn 1. He's going to take the lead into turn 1 and turn 2. We've got 4 laps to go, and we got a car backing around. That's the 12 car going around. Chris Menikanski in the 12 car goes around. Does not look like the caution is going to come out. We're going to stay green. The 3 car jumps out to the lead, followed by the 5 and the 9 car under the 4 car for 3rd spot. The 9 car going to take over 3rd. The 12 car, Chris Menikanski, heartbreak for him as he goes around off of the restart. As here comes the 3 car. 3 to go this time by. The 3 car out front. The 5 car in 2nd. The 5 car, Justin in 2nd in that 5 car. Trying to run down Christian in that 3 for the lead and the win. The 3 out in front has that clean air. The 9 car, Mason, back in the 3rd. He's going to tuck behind that 5 car. So now we're going to see, we're going to take this to the wire. Here comes the 9 car looking under the 5 car. The 9, Mason, looking for that 2nd spot back. He tries to get position on that 5 and is not going to be able to make it happen. As the 5 car pulls up onto that 3, the 5, Justin Miller in the 5 car, looking to make a pass on the outside of the 3. He's going to make that, try to go for the power move for the lead. Here comes the 5. He's going to go for the power move. Not able to make it work. Here comes the 4 car. The 4 car dives under the 5 car. He's going to take 2nd spot. The 9 car, he's going to follow suit, and he's going to take the 3rd spot. The 5 into the wall a little bit. The 9 car in the 3rd. The 3 car still out front. The 3, Christian, in the 3 car. The 4 car right behind them. As Marcus in the 4 car now in 2nd, trying to keep up with the 3. As we got a battle for 3rd spot. In the 22, Dave in the 22, Dave Simcox in the 22, all over that 9 car for 3rd spot. 3 of these guys we're bringing to the booth. The top 3 comes up to the booth at the conclusion of this race. Right now it's the 3 car, the 4 car, and the 9 car. The 9 looking to get around this 4 Unable to make it work, and here comes David in the 22, tries to get the position under the 9. Not able to do it yet. Into turn 4, nose to tail. Here comes the 22 under the 4 car, or under the 9 car. The 22 trying to make it work. The 3 car out in front. And the 3 car, your winner. The 3 car are going to take the win. Followed by the 4 and the 9. The 3 car. Christian Rubiales, your winner in the 3 car. The 4 car, Marcus Snow in 2nd. Mason in the 9 in 3rd. Followed by David in 4th. In the 22. The 5 car, Justin in 5th. The 42, Ryan in 6th. And the 24 car, Melvin in 7th. Followed by Scotty in the 88th and 8th. Chris Menikanski in 12th is 9th. What a race. These guys just put on a show. Let's get these guys up to the booth. Okay, so the 3, the 4, and the 9. So let's start and get our number 3 car in here. There we go. So let's get our winners up, our top 4. Alright. And now we just need our 2nd and 3rd. Hey Christian, can you get the other 2 on in and send them an invite real quick? There's the 4. There we go. Okay. So let's wait for these guys to get on in here. There we go. And now we just need Mason. Yep. That 9 car. Alright, there we go. So, let me go back on over here. Alright, y'all. You guys just put on one hell of a race. We got our top 3 in here tonight to introduce the top 3 of the race. We're going to start with our 3rd place finisher, and that is the 9 car. And that is Mason. Mason, you up? You in here?
Yes, sir.
There he is. How you doing tonight, brother?
Could be worse, I guess.
All right, man. You got to tell us about your race, man. It looked like you had one of the strongest cars all race, man. I mean, you were dominating, leading most of the race. Tell us, give us from your perspective, how'd your race go? What happened there?
It was going perfect until I just ran out of talent in a couple corners and gave it away to Ruby, and Ruby raced clean. We were pretty equal. I might have been a little faster than him at some points, but he ran a clean race, and whereas I didn't.
Looked like you.
Frustrating, but it could have been worse, and we'll go on to next week,
Oh, definitely, man. I mean, you had a heck of a rocket in that 9 car. It looked like you really had on those restarts, you looked like you were shooting out of a rocket there right off those restarts. Did you have more of a short run car than a long run car?
It was kind of tired at first, and it would be nice right in the middle of the run, but when it got to the end of the run, I don't think it matters what your setup's at. It's going to be super loose, so.
Yeah, and we saw that a lot with these guys getting loose. But coming home in a third place finish here at Indianapolis, man. Congratulations, that was a heck of a run, man. You almost had it there at the end, brother. You almost had it.
Yep. It was a good points day.
Definitely get top 3, man. But you got a couple stage wins also, so that'll definitely help you. That should help you there in the points too, won't it?
Oh yeah. It's tied up there for the top 3 spots, so I'm glad I was up there in the stages at least. If I was gonna mess it up in the end, I wanna congrats to Ruby, man. Nice race.
Oh, definitely congratulations to you, man, on the third place finish. That was a heck of a race, and congratulations to you and having a heck of a race, man. And we'll look forward to seeing you next week. So let's move on to our second place finisher in the 4 car, and that's Marcus Snow. Marcus, you there? How you doing, brother?
Doing well.
Tell us about your race. How'd you manage to get back up into the second spot?
Kind of had to work on the car here and there. First stage wasn't all that great. Got more short run speed than long run speed, so those long runs there were kind of not going my way.
So did you have more of a short run setup?
Yeah, the first I'd say about first 5-7 laps they were the fastest, and then it just started going downhill from there. Couldn't really get the handle in the long run.
It looked like you were getting really loose coming off of turn 2 and turn 4, which is a common thing here in Indianapolis, man. And coming off of turn 2 and turn 4, you get under that throttle just a little too hard, a little too quick, and that back end will go around on you real quick. You having a lot of loose issues coming off of turn 2 and 4?
Off of 2 and 4, yeah, that was my loose issues there. Like I said, I was trying to fight the car, just fighting it there at the end. It almost seems like I was turning more right than I was left.
It seems like it. It seems like it, man. Well, congratulations on picking up second place tonight. You had that's definitely going to be a good points night for you. So congratulations to you finishing second, brother.
All right, thank you. I want to also congratulate there, Ruby, on your win. Get you 3.
Appreciate it, man. Gotta tie you, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, awesome, man. Good to see. We'll look forward to seeing you next week as well. And the 3 car, our winner, Christian Rubiales. Another Christian. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. So, how many wins does this make this for you on the season so far?
So far, we got 3 wins.
Going to be 3 wins for the 3 car. So give us a rundown on your race, man. Tell us, what was going through your mind there, throughout the race. Give us a rundown of your race, man.
Mainly just trying to stay clean to keep up with, the 9. The 9 was really fast the whole entire race, and in order to, keep up with him, I just had to stay consistent and hit my marks. We had a couple times where the car got super tight on us and had some incidents into the wall, but just had to come and rebound off of them.
Yeah. Oh, that was awesome, man. So tell me, what was going through your mind there at the end? You had about 7 laps to go, and that caution came out. You guys, the manual caution came out. What was going through your mind at that point? Because it looked like you had a little bit of lead. Did you? That I'm sure that was definitely something that you didn't want to see come out at that time, was it?
No, I definitely didn't want to see that because when you got a hard charging 9 and 4 and everyone behind you, it's just those last cautions give everyone that second chance to get that lead and to get the win. And just I had to do what I had to do to stay you know in the lead pretty much.
You can sit back and enjoy this win and soak up the win for this next week, man. And congratulations, as you were the first winner in the Broken Heroes broadcast here, and look forward to seeing all three of you guys back up here in the booth many, many more times. The remainder of the season. Congratulations, Marcus. That was a heck of a run, man. In that 3-car Rube, you know, awesome run. Awesome guys put on that one heck of a show. Congratulations, all you, Rube. Congratulations on the win. We'll look forward to seeing all three of you guys again next week. The Broken Heroes Racing League every Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. on this channel. Check it out. Make sure you like, subscribe, spread it around to everybody, all your friends. We will see you next week, Thursday night, 8:30, and we'll take it to the track again. Awesome, man. Have a good night. We will see you guys back next week, brother.